Hey, thanks for stopping by for another No BS social media chat. Every time people find out that I'm actively involved in social media, more than just the normal person, they start talking about, well, where social media came from, where it's at, and more importantly, where it's going. In fact, in the last couple of weeks, I've had two different discussions when people find out that I really focus on social media as part of my career, and they ask me, so where do you think this is all heading? Now, I'm sure this most recent political campaign has been one that's really got people thinking both positively and negatively about social media. I mean, if you look back to the first Obama campaign, when Obama became the first politician to truly embrace social media, when he took one of the founding one of the founders, I guess you'd say, not Mark Zuckerberg, but one of the founders of Facebook, and had him head up his first social media campaign for the first presidency, we saw things change. And I saw immediately how social media was really going to change politics. And here we are now, 12 years later, and well, look how Donald Trump basically used social media, I think, to help win his political campaign. But I think, too, we have to look at where it's going, and you have to look at the past, and you have to look at where the future might be lying. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anybody can tell you where social media is going or how fast it's going to get wherever it's going. I mean, if you look back to when I first got involved in social media now, what, 12, 14 years ago? Was it something like that? Well, yeah, 14 years ago. It was truly amazing that, it was basically Friendster or MySpace. And as I joked with somebody who once tried to get me to start up a MySpace page, I went, why do I want to be on MySpace? It's just a bunch of preteens and pedophiles. Because I didn't see, at the time, the benefit for having social media. I quickly realized when I did just start one up out of curiosity to see the benefit of how we can stay connected with people in our lives, from our lives, people with new connections from all over the world, anytime, day or night. It's always fascinated me that I do have connections now. I do have people that I would call social media friends all across the world. People in Australia, people in Thailand, people in England, people in Germany, people that I may never ever meet face to face, but we're connected and I'm a part of their life and they're a part of mine. Again, the part that we let other people see. We only let them see what we want them to see, whether it's a reality or a distorted reality. So I think that's where it's interesting with social media as to how prevalent it's going to be. A lot of people are talking about the need to kind of rein in social media, to try to slow it down because it's not a positive thing. I've seen studies about how teenagers, their moods, and it can make them more depressed by being, the more active they are in social media, the more depressed they can be. And already we're seeing that people are using things like Facebook Live for horrible, horrible things, from suicides to hurting other people. It's just, and I think that's the sad part. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we want to believe that people are all inherently good and that people want to do the right thing, and that, well, yes, social media gives us this ability to connect with people who are in our real lives, family, friends, whatever it is, and new friends we make through the internet, and to be able to do wonderful things with it. And I think we've already seen that social media can do wonderful things as it goes on, but we've also seen the darker side. And I think that's where, just like anything in life, there's going to be a dark side. You can look at entertainment, you can look at radio, you can look at television and see the good out of it, and you can also see the bad out of it. You can see the news and see the good that it's brought and the changes brought across the world, but yet at the same time, you can see sometimes the bad and now the fake news we have because of what's going on. I wish I could sit here and tell you I knew all the answers. I'm sure if I did, I wouldn't be doing this video today because I'd be out on a speaking circuit and making millions of dollars a year telling people where it was going. But I'd also be lying if I really had a clue, if I really knew where it was at. And I think where it's going is simple. It's where we want it to go. If you were going to use social media for the power of change, for the power of good, for the power of entertainment, for all the right things, then keep on doing it and only, interact, encourage, engage with people who are doing the same thing. Don't let the people who are trying to hijack it, don't let the people who are trying to sensationalize it, get in the way and do that. Because I think it's going to hurt us all in the long run. I understand there are people who don't like social media. I understand there are people who don't truly, don't think it's a good thing for our future. And I understand and I appreciate their values, but I don't agree. I see the power of how social media can bring people together, like minds together. And when you've got a bunch of like minds together, it's amazing what they can do, whether they're in the same place, the same room, the same time. Yeah, the power of the internet has changed our lives so much. And I think it's only going to keep changing it if we allow it to do it for good. A little deep, a little cerebral today, but a lot of people have been asking, and that's my 2 cents. Would love to hear yours too. Where do you think social media is going? Give us a shout. Phone number email all coming up here at the end of the video. Again, available for you 24/7, 365. Wherever you find these videos, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on our website, nobssocial.com, intensitysocial.com, come on back again next week. We'll be here for another No BS social media chat. Thanks.